I remember when Taylor was coming, I remember the set was very like, oh, Taylor's coming tomorrow. We better be on our A game because Taylor Swift's coming tomorrow.
So, two soldiers and a nurse found ourselves in
Amsterdam.
John David calls it All-Star Weekend, right?
All-Star Weekend.
That's true. At least for me, I can speak to it like just your childhood heroes. From Mike Myers, Chris Rock and company, De Niro, obviously. So just, I had to catch myself not watching them, but trying to be in the scene with them, because I'm over there like literally watching my heroes do their thing. And I'm forgetting, oh yeah, I'm in this movie too. So a couple takes later, I get back into it. Very exciting stuff I'll cherish forever.
I wanted to ask De Niro a question about a movie that I'm just fascinated by, and it took me all day to work up the courage to do it and wait for the right moment. It was our first day shooting together, and at one point he was just sitting and he's looking out the window and he's like, got his dog on his lap, and I was like, it's now. You got to ask him now. You got to talk to him now. It's like you're going to miss the chance. There might not be another chance. And then I got to kind of ask him, and we had this great chat, and it was just amazing.
Well, yeah, I know. I enjoyed being with everybody. Everybody was great. I don't know, starstruck, but you're very impressed and respectful of, and so on and so forth.
I would get lost in the scene. And I'm not great on learning my lines anyways, because I've written everything I've done, and improv is my training. Chris Rock was the same. Chris Rock would be like, I can't learn lines. And it's just not my forte, you know what I mean? And, but I'd be watching him and I would just go, oh, it's my turn. I forgot. And I'd go, it's me, isn't it? And he'd go, yeah, it's you.
My favorite performer was John David Washington.
Yeah.
I was familiar with everyone else, but I wasn't familiar with John David. John David's ability to just be open to whatever was happening and just do it instantly, no matter what was asked of him. And also not just take the order, but make it his own, was very impressive. And he's also just one of the sweetest people I've ever met. So he really made a big impression on me, yeah.
I hadn't seen somebody that emotionally vulnerable since I worked with Chris Farley, strangely enough, while a different idiom. Chris just has that, or had, sorry, bless, he had that ability to just availability, and John David definitely had that, plus precision.
Yeah, I remember when Taylor was coming, I remember the set was very like, oh, Taylor's coming tomorrow, and everything got a little more officious. We better be on our A game because Taylor Swift's coming tomorrow. From what I heard, she had a lovely time doing the movie. I haven't actually seen it yet, but I hear she's quite good in it. For me, it was just the scene at the end with backstage at the theater, and I'm standing there with Chris Rock and Christian Bale and John David and Margot and Robert De Niro, this fella, Rami, and it's a moment I'll always remember. Standing in that circle of people and just thinking, how did I wind up here?